Hey everybody, this is ToniNJess,
Hey guys.
and today we will be talking about what we believe the definition of woke is. So, for example, we're gonna go on to Urban Dictionary and read off two of the top definitions that are on urbandictionary.com. So the first one, it says woke, although an incorrect tense of awake, a reference to how people should be aware in current affairs. And number two, which is my favorite, getting woke is like being in the matrix and taking the red pill. You get a sudden understanding of what's really going on and find out you were wrong about much of what you understood to be truth. So, Tony, what do you think about the word woke from Urban Dictionary?
From the Urban Dictionary, I feel like you said, number two, I really like that because when you're woke, it's just like you enter a new stage of mind.
Mm-hmm.
So before you were like, maybe you were ignorant to the fact that blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, when you're woke, you start to understand, oh, I was ignorant to that fact, and now I understand. So now I have a better mindset, and I know what I can do to, better help other people become knowledgeable about a topic or whatnot. So I really like that definition.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, for me, when I think about wokeness and how they described it, it's like really you want to see what the bigger picture is. You don't want to just see, oh, so life is like this and I must follow it this way. No, I want to know why things happen. I want to question the reason behind the things that occur in the world. And next is society's definition, though.
Yes. What is society's
So,
definition?
what do we think about that?
I feel like society's definition of woke, which we're gonna also lead on to how woke only stays with a certain race.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like society's version of woke is that it's when a person becomes aware of systematic oppression or things that have been taking a toll on the population of people. And it always ends with black people needing to be woke,
Yeah.
right, Jess?
Yeah, I've been really just looking at the occurrence of how popular the term woke has been in the past 2 or 3 years, because ever since the Black Lives Matter campaign has come out, people really started to use it as a way to direct people to be more woke about their heritage, about what black people have been through. So, in my belief of how society has created the woke term is based on how the movements of Black Lives Matter and getting back to our roots of how we need to come back to knowing who we are as a community, as a group of black people.
I agree. I feel like we live in a society where, yes, people need to be woke about things that are going around in this country, but like at the same time, when you hear about woke, you feel like, as African American, I need to be woke about my history. I need to be woke about the things that are purposely preventing me from succeeding in this world. And I feel like it's not just black people that need to be woke. I feel like it should be not just minorities, but just everyone in general, because you, when you have self-awareness, when you have some source of awareness towards something, you have a different change in heart and a different change in mind. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that statement, because not only should one group of people be woke, because if it's only one person that's woke, then the rest of the people will think that we're weird or crazy, or you guys don't even really know what you're talking about. Like, that always comes up in panels of discussions on social media, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
Right.
So everybody needs to be educated on history that has happened from millions of years ago. But literally, from the dawn of time, we need to really research what has occurred in our past so that we can prevent it in the future. I really agree with that. So I think also some of the discussions that we see, like, for example, Twitter is a big source of drama and rumors or whatever. And whenever you go on Twitter and you type in, like, wokeness, you may see someone saying, hey guys, like, I think we need to get woke on this topic. So if they say, oh, we need to get woke on why the white man did this, it's putting the blame on someone a lot of times, because we really shouldn't do that. We need to say, okay, if we want to be woke, we need to do it in a positive way. We need it so that people can be educated from all backgrounds, no matter where you come from. And if we do that, then we will be able to spread better education for each other, and we will grow as a whole world. We will see that not only does being woke matter to just one person, but if we become woke as Black people, we can help educate the other minorities or white people that are in America, and they can even give us another perspective of how they feel on their history, that they say, oh, I'm actually not educated. Or, for example, say someone says they're not woke, then how would we address to them to get woke,
Right.
So what do you think about that?
How would I address somebody to get woke? It depends on, like, the situation, I guess, because, like, what are they getting woke about? But I feel like, you know how we're in college, we're college students, and we're getting woke every day because we're learning new things, whether it's in math, whether it's in history, whether it's in English, or whatever class that's in your major. We're getting woke as something, new. And so I would address that would be like, why wouldn't you want to be aware of certain things that are going on in this world and in this particular time? Why wouldn't you? And I would ask that question, and I would say, well, you know what? When you don't, like, become aware and you don't become woke, you're limiting yourself. And when you're limiting yourself, you're putting yourself in a spot, and you're making yourself stuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, like, I wouldn't want to be put in a box. I wouldn't want to just know the minimum, because I know from my history, because I'm woke on certain things, that I was deprived of education. So why wouldn't I want to know?
That's right.
So, yeah.
It's honestly, when you're woke, you become educated, and if you're not woke, then you're not being educated on whatever it is, whatever topic that you feel you don't have enough overstanding of. Because when you overstand, you're getting more of what you don't know. So that's why I think a lot of times many people, when they say, oh, I understand something, that they're undermining what they don't know. That's why I would say overstand, because it's like I overstand what I'm knowing. And that's another thing that we could get into, like the English language, of how our words really do mean a lot of what we say. And like if we say we're having a bad day or we're not good, then that's going to put us mentally down. So we should always say positive things. And I believe being woke is definitely a positive word.
Yes, I do. I mean, every word not every word, but like, of course, certain people want to make it, into a terrible, bad word. But honestly, I feel like woke is a positive word. Why wouldn't you want to be woke?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you? That should be something that we should strive to be.
Yes.
Woke.
Because even when we're sleeping, we're not sleeping. Our brain is still actively working.
Exactly.
We're dreaming. We're seeing what things are occurring when we're sleeping. And whether it's a nightmare or it's a dream, our brain is stimulated constantly. And we constantly have that organ in our minds to help us to keep on learning about life and the things that occur in life.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. So, why don't you guys tell us what you think woke means in the comments? Like or dislike, we don't care as long as you give us impact. And subscribe, tell your friends about us, and tell us what you think. Are we right? Are we wrong? Do you think woke is a bad word? Like,
Yeah.
we're not actually explaining it right.
Right.
We hit on certain topics that you